lot of ladies out here. Very nice. Ladies, want to tell you something. I have breast cancer. Never ever in my entire life did I ever think that would happen to me. I was diagnosed almost 1 year ago. It was at the end of September. I went right here to the breast center, right next to the new hospital, to have a mammogram. The funny thing about my breast, and the only reason why I went was because one breast turned red, completely red. I feel for lumps. We're taught as young adults to feel for lumps. So I felt myself for the lumps. I saw nothing, but one breast was red. So that's why I made my appointment to go to the mammogram center. So the lady says, take off your bra, take off your shirt, put on this gown, take me into the little room. She's doing the mammogram. The technician says, wow, looks like you have a rash. I said, you know what, it looks like a rash, but I don't think it is. It's got to be something else. She said, did something bite you? I said, no, nothing like an ant, nothing like a mosquito, nothing like that. She said, it's probably a rash. I said, okay. She said, well, we'll look at the film. So I said, send me back to my room. I wait there. She knocks on the door. She says, okay, Linda, everything looks good. Go ahead and get dressed. I said, you're kidding. I said, no, there's something wrong. Send the radiologist into the room to look at this. There's got to be something wrong. She said, you're not leaving? I said, no, I'm not leaving. Ask the radiologist, please, to come look at this. So the radiologist, Susan Gutnick is her name. She knocks on the door. She says, Linda, do you want to see me? I said, please, I don't mean any disrespect. I know you just looked at the films. I said, but you got to see this. She said, okay, what you got going on? So I lifted up, opened my little gown that they had me wear, and she goes like this. And I knew that was not a good sign. And she tells me, thank you for not leaving. I've only seen this in textbooks. This is very rare. 3 days later, I'm sitting at St. Agnes Oncology, Dr. Flan, who tells me I have inflammatory breast cancer. Not a tumor cancer. Most breast cancers are tumors. 98% of breast cancers have a tumor. Mine doesn't. Mine spreads through the lymph nodes. I had the breast cancer in my lymph nodes. If I'd have left that day, I would be struggling to live right now. If I'd have left that day at the Hanford Center. So he told me, first you're going to have chemo, 6 rounds of chemo. Then surgery, and then radiation. I had to have all 3. I didn't find out about the water until my 4th chemo. So I had 4 chemos already. Sick, made me very sick. Laying in bed, vomiting, hardly walk. Bald, no eyelashes, no eyebrows, no hair, nothing. 6 months ago, I had no hair. My 5th week of radiation, my 5th treatment, that's when I found out about the water. But my chemo was working. My cancer cells were shrinking. So I was afraid to drink the water because I didn't want it to mess up with my chemo. I think back now and I thought, how silly of me to be afraid of water. But I was. I was very much afraid of it. So I thought, I got to ask my doctor. I have to ask my oncologist. But I knew he could only tell me chemo, radiation, and surgery. I knew that. So I asked the PA, the practitioner's assistant who was there. My oncologist was on vacation. And I knew she had to know. So I said, Debbie, can I drink alkaline water? And she looks at me. I said, it's Kangen water made by Enagic. It's ionized, multi-clustered, alkaline water. Can I drink it? And she looks down at the ground, and she glances over at my parents, because my mom and dad go with me to all my appointments. And she looks down again. I know she wants to say something, and I know she can't. She wants to say something, and she knows she can't. I said, please, Debbie, is there anything you can tell me? Please, anything? And she looks at me and she says, I will tell you this, Linda. It's only water. It's not going to hurt you. Drink as much as you can. I said, really? Seriously? As much as I can? She was, yes, drink as much as you can. And out the door she went. So that was like a green light. Drink the water. So I started getting my water from Jackie. I started drinking as much as I could. My 5th and 6th chemo, I didn't have any of the side effects that I had the first 4. I thought, oh, why didn't I drink it when they first told me about it? I wasted all this time. February 17th, I had surgery. I had a bilateral mastectomy. They removed both my breasts. I couldn't save the nipple. I couldn't save the skin. I cannot have reconstruction. They removed both of them. I started my radiation at the end of April. All of June, I finished my last radiation on July 16th. My radiologist said, my skin's going to turn red, it'll blister, it'll turn dark, and then black. like the color of the chair. I said, can I put some alkaline water on it? He said, I don't care if you put water on it, but you have to put on this gel, aloe vera gel, every day, 3 times a day. I said, okay. So I didn't buy the gel. I put my water on it. Because I knew that my beauty water, the water one of these that it makes, is better than the gel. So I spray 10 times a day. Every day. I didn't burn. The radiologists were very surprised. They said, wow, your skin's taking a beating and it looks really good. I said, yeah. He said, you must be putting on a lot of gel. I said, yeah. I didn't. But not until the very end that he said, how much gel did you put on? I said, I didn't use the gel. I used my water. But he can't tell anybody about the water. He's in the oncology department. He can't tell anybody. I had to have 3 surgeries. I had to have the first one to remove the breast back in February. In March I had another surgery because I ended up getting an infection. But for the first surgery, my doctor, my surgeon, gave me a bottle of Vicodin, 30 pills, 500 milligrams. The second surgery, he said, you need more Vicodin. I said, no, I still have the first bottle. He said, okay. Third surgery, he kept pulling out fluid, so I had to have another drain put on my side. He said, I know you need more Vicodin now. I said, no, I still have the first bottle. He says, what do you mean you still have the first bottle? I said, I haven't used any. He said, Linda, what are you using for pain? I said, I don't have any pain. He said, that's incredible. What do you mean you don't have any pain? I said, I have a water ionizer at my house. I bought my machine. I use alkaline water. He said, I never heard of that, but keep using it. It's working. I kept using it. Now my hair is growing back. 50 years old. I feel great. When they did remove my breast, I still had cells that still have cancer in my lymph nodes, so the chemo didn't kill it all. We're hoping that the radiation did. I still have to have chemo treatments every 3 weeks for the next 5 years. I had a chemo yesterday. One more thing, ladies, before I'm done. The inflammatory breast cancer. The average woman goes from being diagnosed to terminal. Diagnosed means finding out you have it. Terminal means dying from it in only 18 months. Most tumor cancers have a 95% survival rate. That's not true with inflammatory. There's only a 40% survival rate. But I'm here to tell you, I'm not going anywhere because I have my Congo water.